Okay, gamers. The time is currently 8:13 a.m. The date is currently 10:22. Good morning and happy time zone to you. Hello, sarcasm. Congratulations to being first. Also, what does that make your watch streak? It is a pleasure. Good morning. How are you doing? How is today? How are you doing today? Oh, forgive me. I am quite tired, and it is quite cold. I am very EP, but I am doing the best I can to stay awake and to be conscious and to be present. I hope you're doing well. Don't want to talk about today? Okay, let's not talk about today. Let's just vibe hard. Yeah? How's that sound? Look, I got the biggie. You know what I mean? Like I got the big tired. Like I'm very tired because somebody stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a very wise and prudent decision. One that was arrived at after much deliberation and many rational thought, and you know, very conscious decision making processes that eh, it is what it is. Uh, let's just call it what it is. I was being a dummy, and I didn't want to sleep, so I didn't for a while, and that ended up being 3 in the morning by the time that I fell asleep. But in that time, holy shit! In that time, I played some Elden Ring because I can't help myself, and beat Rykard on the third try. Rykard is the big snake dude. Um, Remembrance boss. I'm currently crunching through all of the remembrance bosses in the base game. Um, on like a solo playthrough to try and like prove to myself somehow that I am somewhat skilled at the game and can play effectively. This is of course a gigantic overstatement of what my ability actually is in the game. But oh god, excuse me. However, it is you being a stream sniper right now. Um anyway, it is a thing. I am somewhat decent at the game, but I'm not like god tier or anything like that. I'm not bushy, I'm not aggy. I could not not on the level that they do. I could play probably on stream and like have a good time. Oh boy, but it would be fucking stressful. 174 per minute. I don't know why I'm acting like that's gonna be surprisingly different, but it is gonna be something on the order of like 174 or 175 per minute. Maybe even 181. Anyways, but yeah, played some Elden Ring. Got smacked by Nile, and then went to Volcano Manor and killed Rykard, like third D. Um, yeah, and I also watched Iffy actually last night play play some Elden Ring, where she's going through a first playthrough, killing every boss, all 207 of them, um, with a death counter on screen, which is interesting. She's only like a tenth of the way through the bosses and has more than triple digit deaths at this point. which made me laugh, but also I felt bad for her. Anyways, I'm excited to see if you play more of Elden Ring. I really love that game. There's a lot of story to be told there, and it's quite beautiful. Wait, didn't this need sulfur or silica? And sulfur. Oh. How much per minute? Not a not a terribly large amount. It needs more sulfur than it needs anything else. Like we're talking 1150 uranium, 1150 sulfur. That's also only making 918 per minute of those. And then we're aiming for 27.54 in total of those things. All right. Let's see what we can do to motivate things in the right direction. This was supposed to be ECR? Yeah. The high-speed connector. Right. Oh no. Is there a reason why Mark 1 belt's there? I don't remember. Oh, this is the trouble with tribbles, you know what I mean? What is going on here? They have 6 inputs of belt. These are getting split. These two are getting merged, and then they come into here, get split, and then merged into 5 lines. But like, why Mark 1s? And then what were you thinking? Were you thinking at all, baby? Because like, what is this doing and why? What is the game plan here? I don't understand what I'm looking at. Like, where is it coming from? I guess is the question. And why are they both going the same thing? And where do these come from? Oh, from downstairs? Question mark? Didn't I have to do some silliness? Yeah, that's right. I had to do some silliness. I forgot about that. So is it actually 6 belts of copper ingots then? When you have uranium pellets, just build a few nuclear weapons. They are highly effective. I will consider. I will quite possibly do it. What was Moon Moon doing? Okay. That makes some sense now. This still doesn't. Everything's March 6 now. Get with the program. Make with happy. Alright. I need to drag stators up here. Because we have high-speed connectors down there. That's a cute emote. 186. Wow. Okay. That's pretty dope. All right, we got circuit boards galore down here. Missing these 4 question marks? Looks like. These will fill up after time. Yeah, they're starting to fill up anyway. That's cool. Love to hear that. Love to see it. How are we doing on crystal oscillators too? 26, as expected. Beautiful. 28 per minute is what I was looking for. Okay. Nukes. All right. First step, I think stators. I think I go get some stators and bring them over, and we connect the high-speed connectors over to the electromagnetic control rods, which we should be making at a rate of 214.2 per minute. Which from 107 high-speed connectors, so roughly half, that will go there. The other half go to radio control units, it looks like. So we are not terribly far away from we're not terribly far away from having things online or nuclear, like for uranium. We're still a few steps away, but significantly closer than we were a couple streams ago. I do need to get one I do need to get 1 or 2. I need 1 refinery overclocked, making what in the fuck am I thinking? It needs hold please. Copper and water to make steamed sheets. There we go, I got it. With the reckless and the brave. Alright. Electromagnetic control rods. Stators. Need to go anywhere else? Or is it just there? 214.2. And stators only go 2 radio control units, it looks like. That can't be right. Is that right? It is. Okay. All right. Let's take a look outside and see where we can stick this out. Meow. Dislike. All right. There. And that. Do that. I think I'm running it along the wall here and up with the rest of the copper and or other things. Okay. What? Oh. I forgot to connect a piece. And also to build it at the right height. I'm a very intelligent player. I know. That's a good thing about this part of town. Okay. Are you happy now? I swear to God, it feels like some of the logistics lines are like only happy if you're unhappy. And it's a sensation. All right, and there goes shaders. I'm producing them at the right rate, I'm pretty sure. All right. Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. Maybe he will find out what I know. Okay. Go there. Try and make this clean-ish. If I can. Clean up some boo-boos. Think it's there. It sure isn't. It's okay. It was a nice attempt. I can delete this. Sample game is strong with this one. Maybe he won't find out. I know. You go here now, friend. Thank you. All right. There. I wonder if I shouldn't try to like get it closer to this guy. Just like kind of link it into this like footprint. Test. What are you testing? Because if it's my sanity, it sure is still broken. Stators. Phil. Thank you. Good voice. Ah. Christ. Interesting. I don't remember that being a thing, but interesting. The color code of your name? Ah, I see. I see. I see. I see. I think it looks good. I like at least what is showing up on OBS. I like the color. It looks cool. Okay. Oh. You got the walk from the Ministry of Silly Walks. I think it's beautiful. I love it. It's from your last chapter. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's a serve. Wasn't it the gritty goose that we got last time? It was. I thought this guy, um, and all of the gloriousness that was, which was an amount, but it was this guy. I thought. Oh shit! I've been subbed to my own channel for 5 months now. Have I been affiliate for 5 months? Dude, that's a crazy thought. Did I have this at Mark 1 so those belts stayed full? What? Or is it just because of the amount of things that are working right now? I bet it's that second thing. Because, like, need copper for quickfire. Need a lot of copper for quickfire. Whee! Okay. 175 per minute. Not bad. Alright. Give me a second here. I'm responding to a message real fast. My partner left her wallet and like money at her apartment So trying to figure out what a backup strategy might look like and like how to get that to her. Anyways, only so much I can do from a distance right now, unfortunately. What was I doing? Right. I want this to be producing like 180 consistently, and it's not right now, and that's kind of annoying to my brain. Whee! It's not an issue of quick-wire or of silica or of the other things. It's... Oh, quick-wire over here. Really? Hmm. How about you? Alright. Oh, why are you offline, friend? Really? Hmm. Alright, full there. Now gonna be full here, I think. Is that why it was not working fully? Confusion. Because like, shit. That's a problem. Moon, the beautiful, did several sillies, it looks like, in trying to make everything go quick. In her haste, she did it hastily and did not do it right. But that's okay. We're not producing quickwire at the rate that I think we should be, probably. Although I say that, and like, it is probably being produced in the right amounts, because like, otherwise some of these belts would be more empty than they are. I'm not sure, honestly, actually. This one up here, yeah, we have a delay on quickwire. So now the problem is not circuit board so much as it is quickwire, which is a whole other problem. Anyways, okay. Bah. All right, let's take a look at what we can do to try and maybe either balance or I don't know. Because like these are producing 1200 per minute, should be at least. They should be producing actually 1125 per minute. I'm remembering. Because it's like 5 machines per, so is there a delay on core copper or on Caterium ingots themselves? Because like that's where my brain goes to start that equation. Is this slightly lower than it needs to be? It is. Cool. 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 Yay. Attention to detail. About there. I'm pretty sure. Ooh. God. Let's take a look at what quickwire is doing, because it shouldn't be quite so gapped. At least I don't think. Why are we gapped? What's going on? Oh, that's circuit boards. That's off 2 circuit boards. That quick wire, or yeah. And copper might be the delay. Although, maybe not. Huh. What are you? Merger? Splitter. Alright, friend. What's going on? What's the story here? 100%? About back here? Ah, wait, what? Why? Why? Huh. Needs belt balancer? Question marks? Just to like maximize throughput, do I want to do a 3 to 3 balancer for the top and bottom here? Is a question. Because like I don't know. But like these are obviously full of material and like it's either A delay or B like a throughput issue. I don't know if I should do a balancer or not. I cannot decide. I just know that it is a gap or a like an issue. Okay. Huh. The other question that I have would be, where even do I put, where would I even put a like a 3 to 3 balancer for either any of the top and bottom? Like where would that go in this space? Because like I don't know exactly where that goes, honestly. Also, that's not cool. I don't like that. Yikes. Yikes. I know we're syncing everything, but like, eek. Eek. Alright. If there's a delay, like if there's a pretty significant delay on the things, like I want to know obviously before like things get too far along, but power is becoming spooky. So either I need to work on expanding the rocket fuel factory, or I need to either that or I need to like genuinely just finish fucking nuclear and get that online, like sprint to the finish basically. Like that doesn't feel necessarily super cozy, even though that might be the actual like solution TM. It don't feel like super good. You know what I mean? Like it is a solution in a manner of speaking, but like it's not probably the best solution. It's a solution in the same way that like I need this fire extinguished, and you like have a blowtorch, have a uh like a leaf blower or whatever, and you just blow it apart, like literally drown it in oxygen or something like that. Like that could it would work. Would it be ideal? Probably not, but like would it work? Probably. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's not necessarily true. I know what I'm doing, kind of, but like I don't really know what I'm doing, super honestly. My ragtag solution of just do thing has been working fairly well at this point, but like goddamn, this is a much more ambitious build than I thought it was on my power constraints. Doesn't make it any less worth it, but like holy shit. Is this an ambitious build? Alright. And let's get some electromagnetic control rods up and running. There. High-speed connector goes zoom. Yes? Yes. What? Why are two of these not? Why are two of them underclocked, basically, at this point? I should be producing... what? 214. I need 10.71 of them overclocked fully. Alright, and I just want them to produce and fill. Mix gasoline with diesel and dissolve the styrofoam in, and then you can forget about putting it out with a fire extinguisher. Congratulations, you've made homemade napalm. So, when am I getting swatted is the question. Because, like, that feels like an inevitability in this moment. And I just would like to, you know, prepare a little bit ahead of time so that I know what's coming and I can make preparations as needed. Did I have this at Mark 1 for, like, logistical reasons? Like, for realistic logistical reasons? Or was it just because I was huffing glue at the time? Because I genuinely cannot tell. Was it for this center line to be filled more full? And to consume more... Nope, sure one. Hmm. 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 Why? What are we doing, Min Min? Like, what's the game plan here? Alright. Well. 67%, 64, 75, 100. Okay. Alright, well. I'm not gonna do super well or super, like, in this moment to fix everything, but I can try and fix some things. Stay tours. I need some way to dump shit out of my inventory. And it probably needs to be sunk ultimately. All right. So yeah, we're next. Next. Iffy Muzapan. Good morning. We goosing. Good morning, Iffy. I am Big Eeps. Whoop. I'm Big Eepy. Can you tell? Let me hug at Iffy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was watching Iffy stream last night, and holy shit, girl is gorgeous and an absolute sweetheart, and absolutely terrible at Elden Ring, and it's glorious. It makes me quite happy. Not that she's bad at Elden Ring, but like how her stream was just really sweet and cozy and like adorable. Biggies for realsies, my brain is no wakey. Yeah, same. But if he was streaming, if he was streaming Elden Ring, and it was glorious, it definitely has made me want to play Elden Ring more on stream and like do a challenge run or two, because it was just a lot of fun to watch. And her playthrough is a little bit more on the like first player blind side, which I adore. It was very sweet. It was very cool. I have a fair amount of game knowledge in that fucking game, but yeah, watching her stream it made me want to play it on stream too. So you no, Iffy, no, your stream made me happy. Not that you're bad at it. I promise it wasn't because you're bad at the game. I had a lot of fun in your stream. It was very cozy with monkeys and Slice talking about Satisfactory stuff. And Andres in there as well. It was sweet hearing you talk about monkeys being everyone's grandfather. I always thought she was good at things, but y'all don't know now how happy it makes me to see her be so fucking bad again. Iffy. No. I was happy to be in your stream. It was cozy. I was happy to see you playing Elden Ring. It made me happy. I tried to help. You died to the ladder boss. You were having a time. But you did beat the ulcerated tree spirit. You got a golden seed, and then you were fighting Godric. And it was good. And the ladder boss is everyone's nemesis, I feel like, honestly. Even in this game, the ladder boss is a formidable foe. All right, where to next? Concrete or B should be slide, not like go to your death. You'd think that, but it's the sprint button that makes you go up and down the ladders fast. The sprint button is how you deal with that. Alright, well, these last two are just going to be starved for a little while, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that. Okay. B is sprint. Do I have a different button map, and I swear to God I thought that I thought that sprint was how you let go, or how you went down ladders faster. Maybe I'm hallucinating a little bit. I enjoyed your stream. It was wonderful. It was very cozy. It was very sweet. While my partner was making beer cheese last night, while Jaya was making beer cheese last night, I was like, I don't have anything to do really, because she was very singularly focused on what was going on. And so I was like, I can absolutely focus on Iffy's stream for, you know, whatever amount of time that I can before we start playing Outer Wilds, because that was what we were doing last night. And then we actually watched the new Naked Gun movie. And the bear cheese was really yummy. It was really good. If you misread beer as bear, which was entertaining to me. Very silly girl she is. But yeah, the beer cheese was good. It was very nummy. We watched the new Naked Gun movie last night, which was also very funny, and like it recaptured the entire energy. I mistyped bear AC. It was good. The movie was really good. It was it recaptured all the energy of the original films, if you've ever seen those, and like how fucking goofy those are. And like I don't feel like spoilers are super important. Like I don't think that it's super important to like keep the movie spoiler free, because it's not like there's some huge plot reveal or something like that, but like there was a couple of moments where there were like, I guess you could say false not flags, but like there were false what's the word I'm looking for? There were false like head fakes type of thing. Yeah, Mr. X, thank you. So one, for example, was one of the characters, Al. The main character, Liam Neeson's detective character, was like told to lay low, and so he was like trying to, ostensibly, and in doing so ended up like taking a phone call, being told to lay low. Okay, smart, a flip phone, cracks it in half, disposes of it, puts one part in a garbage bin and the other part in a post office box, and then like gets to a place that he needs to go, like gets back to his place. No, he's on his way to someone he knows place, and then asks to borrow the taxi driver's phone. Taxi driver gives him his phone, and once he's done with the phone call, he cracks the iPhone in half. He's just like in half, hands him back the two pieces, and the taxi driver's like super confused as to what the hell just happened. There was a bunch of dumb little moments like that. What's another one? I'm trying to think of like some other examples of like really silly things like that. He gets into several fights. He gets into a fight at the beginning of the movie, and is masquerading as a little girl, like a little girl undercover, and has a skin mask or whatever. But like, it's this 13-year-old kid wandering into an active crime scene, and like when he pulls the face off, it's Liam Neeson's face. It's very silly. But he ends up like taking bites out of like firearms and breaking them in half and folding them and like crumbling them up like they're just made out of chalk. It was very silly, but it made me laugh. It was sweet and funny. Oh my Christ. Excuse me. I'm big tired. Maria got me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle and I'm the pen. Anyway, that movie was fantastic. We didn't get much progress actually really at all in Outer Wilds, which is okay. I'm staying like as info blind on it as I can, but that was the original intent. If it made you smile, then I did it right. Yes. There was a bot just then. What were they trying to say, I wonder? I've never actually played through Outer Wilds, believe it or not. And like I've wanted to. It apparently is quite good. I understand that it is quite good. I mean, it won a BAFTA for a soundtrack, for its soundtrack. So like, that's pretty substantial. It thinks me thinks. Dear Maria, count me in. Anyway, yeah, that was the original intent. We've played like 5 hours of the game so far. It is like shockingly beautiful for as simple an idea as it is. Just I can't really even talk about it without spoiling a bunch of the story, or at least the details of the story that I've gotten so far. Like it's environmental storytelling at like at 11 instead of at a 10. It's 11 to the maximum. Like it's beautiful. Speaking of Outer Wilds, you have a very good vibe and your channel is great. I can help you message me on Discord. I'll give you the best views in stream. Booba.dumb. If you contain your inner bot, please. Christ, I cannot stand the bots like that. Iffy being the exception. Iffy's inner bot being the exception. That one I can tolerate, I think, slightly. But like, goddamn, they're so dumb. Bleep bloop. Iffy, are you a bot? You gotta tell me if you're a bot. I need to know for reasons, babe. 823, 923, 928. Oh, Christ. Okay. Mona is awake and just decided that she wanted to scratch her post down here in the office and startled me. Mona is Joe's cat, who is, I swear to God, does this Iffy have a soul? Does this Iffy have a soul? But Mona is like a literally 10-pound cat. Moana is a movie made by the Disney Corporation. Two different things. Mona is, yeah, Mona, M-O-N-A. Like Ramona, but like drop the R-A. Mona is a sweet 10-pound cat who loves to lay on your lap, but only on clothing, not on skin. Cat cam. I don't know that I can get a camera over on Mona in a way that would like make sense. And certainly not quickly. All right, so rain check, indeed. Once the move happens, then the cat cam will not be super an option. But I will try to get Mona on stream before then. I'll see if I can entice her with some treats or something. Convince her to be over here. Be on either my desk or on my lap or both or something. Potent and secretly stern. The flags go down. The fans get up. When is the move? Without getting into like a bunch of the nitty-gritty emotional detail stuff, the official move is December 6th. I'm not sure if I'm gonna move my desk ahead of time or not. I'm not sure if my computer and everything is gonna move ahead of time or not. But you're good. You're not prying at all. It's a pertinent conversation and question. It is okay. I don't know exactly is the real through line here. But that's the rough thought that in this moment, at least, is that it would be somewhere around December 6th. We can talk about it off stream. It is not a stream relevant conversation. That's a lot of bauxite, though. Why would it do that? Burger. Don't know how to balance that. All alone, on time of need. Pacing, and plotting the course. And riding on his horse. Now, why? Really fucks. Yes, please. Thank you, Iffy. Why did this middle one run out first? It's Cake, that one album band. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to solve this particular problem, and I'm not sure how to do it. I don't know how to balance things 5 to 5. I also, in all likelihood, don't have enough throughput for everything that I'm trying to do. For bauxite, that is. For other things, less so the case. Clear blueprint? Delete blueprint. Delete power pole. Alright, and you, friend, you go there. Because I'm going to have the rubber come in around the same direction. Too far to be alone. On your own. Tell me how. All right, and you there. Also, if you haven't checked out Origami Angel, which is this band, they are fantastic. This album is really good and full of positive messaging, which is quite beautiful and a welcome change to a lot of albums these days, which are either one, not saying a ton, or two, putting out a message of not super positive things. Not always, at least. Fairly frequently are not putting out positive messaging. But this one is quite good. Need to adjust my headphones. I don't know Origami Angel, but I already like the name. Somewhere City is a really good album. I think came out in 2019, I believe. It's also quite good. I think this is that album. But they've been active and they're in. Okay, no offense, but yes, dear. No offense, but How are you going to offend me? Jan was effing adorable. Meow. Thank you, Iffy. You menace. I'm so glad you're so entertained by my yawn. It is mine. I have created it on my own. And I have to do it again, apparently. Did hear a need for a 5-to-5 balancer. Yeah, I do have a need for a 5-to-5 balancer. I haven't been able to find like a, not a blueprint, but like a guide for one. I've been able to even like, yeah, jump scare yawn indeed. It scared me how quickly it came on. A 5-to-5 balancer will be gross. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Let me tell you that much. Good Christ is not my favorite. Do they have to be? My favorite? Or I'm confused. Alright. Is this Greta Van Fleet? No. Sound is very similar. Does it have to be 5 balance belts? I mean, ideally it would be just to make sure like throughput and yeah, just to make sure the throughput is the same and like output of aluminum is the same, because like that's what it's going to be used for. That's the use case, and it would be kind of beneficial to have balance belts, but also it's not like a huge integral part of the thing. It's more of, I guess, a personal preference. I would like to have things balanced, personally. Because I've... Versus just take what you need from one belt, merge the armature into the next. I do like balance belts, though. That makes me happy. Same! I just wish I was any good at them. I can do a 3-to-3 balancer, no problem. That's not an issue in the slightest. That's genuinely super easy. Make everything more complicated, but happy. Also true. The voice never gets older. It never gets older. It never gets older. Autosave. Thank you. Good heavens. Okay. I need rubber on this. The easiest way would be just put one in a 1-to-5 split and then merge up one from each set to get back down to 5 even belts. So split each one 1 through 5 into 3 different outputs, and then take one of each of those outputs and combine them to make 5 different belts, right? Or am I misreading that altogether? How am I going to get rubber through this? It'll be a space hog, but easy to build if you blueprint the 1-to-5 split. True. True, true. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Sorry, say that again? I'm not sure. Genuinely lost in this moment as to what was actually said. Sorry, baby. I think I said it right? I mean IT, right? How do I get rubber over here? Because this logistics channel has become very full. Does it go on top of the copper at first? Wait a damn second. Isn't the rubber over here? Isn't there rubber over here, I should say? Are we full on quickwire now? Is that what's happening? Hey. There we go. We're full up on high-speed connectors because we're full up on electromagnetic control rods, and now they're starting to build up a backlog. Why don't you have any plastic? Am I losing my mind here? Does this need to go this direction, or does this need to go a different direction? I'm so confused. Oh, Payfox. Oh, Moon. You beautiful, beautiful bimbo. Is this going to produce rubber is a question. Good. Okay. Each OG belt, A through E, gets split into 5 separate belts. Then take one from each set and merge them. So A plus 1. A1 plus B1 plus C. Okay. I'm glad you acknowledge your beauty. I'm glad you do too, Iffy. Meow? Why? Moon. She forgive her, for she does not know what she do. Iffy, I'm glad you acknowledge your beauty too, ma'am. You will have your beauty acknowledged and accepted, or I will bludgeon you over the head with compliments. I've done no such thing. No, because you need to. Else I bludgeon. Aggressively, frequently, and consistently. We making rubber now? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dog. What's the story here? Why are we producing so little rubber? He's like, that's a whole problem. Why are factory building games so both stressful and also satisfying to my silly little brain? That's sulfur. Alright, what's going on here? Rubber, what's going on? What's the story? Alright, that needs to be a smart splitter. And that needs to be overflow only, so that this doesn't stop. Is the petroleum coke not going as fast as is needed? Is that part of the issue? Is it like just, yeah, literally just that? Okay. So we need to have a solution for that, don't we? Thank you. All right. How handle that? Let's do that this way. I'll end up with some AI limiters, and I don't want those in my pockets, so they go away. You get flipped though, friend. You are none, and this becomes a overflow. Thank you. We are in testing mode currently. And this is gonna throw down a ton of overflow all at once, if I'm not mistaken. I likely am mistaken, but you know what? That's okay. I have been wrong before, and good heavens is it relieving when I am right. Like holding in a sneeze a little bit, honestly. Alright. Get it, Mona. Hello. I see. Thank you. Well, like, not a ton per minute. Probably a total cumulative of like three, maybe a belt per minute, maybe a 1200 belt per minute, but like, it's probably enough that it's fucking with this rubber production, because like polymer resin is the thing that we're using for that in particular. Yeah, so almost to prove a point here. Am I overproducing petroleum coke? Is that a thing? Is that what's happening too? Like that is also a potential issue here. The other potential issue here is that Moon might be a very silly girl. It's an entirely different possibility, but possibility nonetheless. Can I actually fit between this gap? I cannot. I am not thin enough. My like player character is not thin enough. Come on. You got this. Is it just gonna have to go through the yeah, it's gonna have to go through all of the everything of this all? Well, what? Why are you at 50%? Does this only stack to 200? I thought petroleum coke stacked to 5. Why are you at 50% production? What is this? What the hell is going on here? I'm so confused. Rumble. Why doesn't this make sense? I don't understand any part of this. Make more rubber per minute, please. Do your job. More. Better. Okay, 85% is now full of polymer resin. We have plenty of Criterion. That's not an issue in the in the fucking slightest. Okay. That's kind of cool to see though. Because like not always been the case. Huh. So I suppose a hypothetical question for the chat. If I were to do an Elden Ring challenge run of some variety, what would the challenge be? Need permission to do nothing today? Granted. You have my permission to do nothing. Yeah, a challenge run. So, like, there's a guy on YouTube and also on Twitch, and I think he only streams on Twitch, but he produces YouTube videos, where he makes games challenging. His name is Bushy, and he does like literally it's the karaoke stream. Bushy does all kinds of challenge runs, like can I beat Elden Ring rolling, for example, is one, or how good is sleep really, and like, yeah, Bushy does challenge runs on Elden Ring typically. He does do them on other games, like he's played Night Rain a bunch too, which is a very, very difficult game, and also my voice is Dragon Head only. Is that Godric's Dragon Head? Or is that Dragon Communion spells? Is a question. Is both valid? Both are things. Yeah. I have a lot of game knowledge, but I don't have like a ton of game knowledge. Aggie is another, like Little Aggie is another one, another streamer who does Elden Ring challenge runs. He also does bingo playthroughs of stuff as well. T-Man, thank you for the raid. Good morning, everybody. Happy time zone to you. Welcome, welcome in, raiders. If you need to raid and run, please feel free to take care of yourselves and raid and run. But hi, I am Fayfox. I am a queer disabled gamer, and I'm currently working on a maximum Fixonium build, maximum in the capacity of like not using summer sloops or anything like that, just building everything as it should go raw, basically. Taking all the SAM and building it into 61.2 SAM per minute. But welcome in, Night Sketch. Also, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I'm gonna give you a big hug, T-Man, and I hope that you had a great stream yourself. How were you? What were you doing? Oh, thank you for the follow, babe. And also, good morning, Night Sketch. How you doing, honey? And give you a big ol' hug too. I'm glad to hear it. The factory is going well. Just got let's see. Chugging along through phase 5. Nice. Nice. Have you beaten the game before? Have you gotten through phase 5 before? A helping hand, your fellow man. Right, I was trying to figure out where the hell I have rubber. I have for gore. I've been so distracted. Not yet. This will be the first playthrough where I actually finished the darn thing. That's hella relatable. This building way off in the distance, if you see it, this one over there. If I can get a location close enough. But if you see this large building in the background where the space elevator is, that was the phase 4 building, and that turned into the phase 5 building on the top. That was where I finished phase 5 too for the first time, and I have like 2,000 hours in this game. All right. Rubber right there. Cool. But yeah, first time for me playing through the game and finishing actually properly. Didn't play any Satisfactory yesterday, so I'm still working on it. Turbo fuel. Nice. Hell yeah. Love that for you. Let's go this way with it. I make only the finest spaghetti in all of the factory building games. Gonna lurk for a bit? Yeah, absolutely. Lurk as much as you need. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you again for the raid. Please take care of yourself. Your mental health matters more than my numbers ever will. So, like, please don't feel like you have to stay around just on account of, like, having raided me. Please take care of yourself. No Finishers Club, Iffy? I mean, that makes sense for being on estrogen, doesn't it? Estrogen powered and everything. Because, like, highly relatable for me too, honestly. Anyway. It was a sex joke. Good job. You got it. You did it. It was a silly sex joke. It was a trans joke even, too. Ah. Making spaghetti. The spaghetti. The factory and the spaghetti must grow. Thanks for reminding me. I didn't take my meds. Iffy. Take your meds. That's actually a good reminder for anybody who needs to take meds this morning. Please take care of your body. You only have the one. And also, for your information and for your own... I don't know where I'm going with that, but you have the most intimate relationship that anybody ever will with your body. Please treat it accordingly. Be gentle and kind and good to your body, and it will be good to you. Whee! I think it's time for the sink setup for the aluminum to go away. To go the way of the dinosaur. It's time to make alkali casings and heat exchangers. It's time. It just has been. It genuinely kind of has been for a while. So, how many do we need per minute here? What do you need? 1109.75. You... Thing hard to get with my body. AV. You've hit a 3-stream streak. Hell yeah. That's exciting. I love to hear it. Love to hear that. All right. No, that's the wrong spot. Hype. And there's Rubar. What are we producing per minute here? 828. Okay. Cool beans, dude. 978. So 1,000 here on either side, and then we have 850. What there? So what? That's within the margin of error, because like that. Well, no, it's not. I need 900 per minute for both sides of this. And if I'm producing 1600. That's 200 off of what I actually need. I'm gonna have empty canisters for the turbo fuel factory as the 4 industrial containers of empty canisters. Nice. I love that for you. That's pretty genuinely great news. All right, you two shall combine and make with the happy, or I will be very unhappy. Oh god, how am I gonna do this? This is gonna be a thing, isn't it? So merge the two lines here, but have a smart splitter here beforehand, and another merger here to make the other line. So that theoretically one of them will be full, and the other one, while it may not be like full, will at least contain a piece. Meow. Why? Sadness. You displease me. The gods displeased. Angry. Right. Overflow. Yes. You go there? Did you keep your settings? You did. Good. You two combine and make me happy. Make with the happy. Yes, it's another sex joke. Congratulations. Congratulations. Alright, there goes that. And then, let's see. Can you make with the happy? Yay! Oh, wait a second on that. Get this connected first. And then try and route some stuff. Let's go. Do you make with the happy that way, or do you make with the happy the other way? Ah, I see. Unconventional. Bam. Boom. Bam. Boom. Nice. Okay. Power line. Let's do this like right about there. And then do this like to that maybe. Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. And then have you considered for a moment that you might be human? And then you go there. Hey, look at that. Eats spadoodles. That's a lot of aluminum all-clad aluminum casings. Like that many per minute. That's like a fair amount. Ooh, power grid looking spooky. Can I make another thing? No, I cannot. Is it time to upgrade the... It might be time to upgrade the thing. Ayla, thank you for the follow, babe. You're sweet. Welcome to the squad. I hope you're having a good morning. Hope you're having a good time zone. It's a decent day and we're listening to some cake. It's nice. Actually a pretty lovely day, honestly, all things considered. Like it's a bad thing or something. Oof. Duh. Okay. Realizing that I need to make 6 manufacturers for radio control units, and they need a substantial amount of resources, and they're gonna be better served being like dead center, like here-ish, maybe. Ah. Or well, what was the conceit here? Moon, what were we doing? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Cool. That's where the Fixonium is going to be living, apparently. Somebody made an executive decision to put that there. I don't know, who I should fire at this point, but she probably needs to be fired. Watching the sun go down. All right. Watching the sun. All right. I'm gonna put this like right dead center in the middle here, I think. Listen to this ska band make rock music that someone just talks over. Like I think that's gotta be my favorite interpretation of what Cake is and how they sound. It brings happiness to my soul. And it also brings happiness to my soul that like it is the way that other people view Cake as well. Ah, it makes me smile. Why did you go backwards? Why did you go backwards? Who told you to do that? Incorrect, sir. You face the opposite direction. Thank you. All right. Well, now that we're here, I suppose the question becomes, what do we do next? Inputs all from the left. Yikes, dislike that. Outputs all to the left. Don't love that either. But like, I don't know where else to put it, because like, I'm gonna need 10 assemblers. Should this face the other direction? I need 10 assemblers making pressure conversion cubes. And those need to go to plutonium. It's literally 10. Did I need to do that or ah? Uh-oh. I might have made a boo-boo. And it does look like there's an ad break coming, so if you need to take a step away or take care of some other needs, please do. Thanks for the yippee. Oh, leggies need folded differently. Before I do sit like a bisexual in my chair. Okay. In terms of Elden Ring, I assume you're a top 1% player, so I don't know what would challenge you, but I would be delighted to just watch you having fun. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. You probably see some things that you've never seen in Elden Ring. I tend to like the big bonk. So max strength and dex. Bisexuals have our own way of sitting. Yes. And it's chaotic as fuck. Yeah. Generally speaking, bisexuals will sit in whatever way is like least ergonomically comfortable and or like realistic for a human to bend. Ah, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Keeps happening randomly. I'm sorry for yelling into the microphone. Both cross-legged and yet not at the same time. Alright. Doink, 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 doink. Now here's a question. That building over there, way the Christ off in the distance, this one here, produces 10 nuclear pasta per minute. And I have need of 12.24 per minute. If I were to bring them in from, instead of going there, which I believe currently they're just going to the awesome sink. 1 foot under me and my left leg is on my armrest. It's comfortable as fuck. About the only reason why I'm sitting in my chair the way I am currently is that I would be interpreted to be a amorphous blob rather than a human. And I'm trying to be a little bit more polished and like be a little bit more presentable. Y'all twisty bitches. Sarcasm definitely is. Anyway, I am attempting, I say generously, to be interpreted as a human, and that's proving to be a challenge a little bit, but also like is kind of a thing. Ow. Anyway, the question that I have, I guess, for the chat is, if I'm already producing nuclear pasta way over yonder, why not bring it over here and like have it be a thing to supplement this nonsense? Because like this is radio control units right here, and if I'm gonna be doing it, like why not bring in as much as I can? Yay, power shards, unlimited. Why not produce more? That's a good question. I don't know. You got to talk to Moon Moon about that one. That's above my pay grade. I don't know why we're doing half the things we are. Well, I don't know why we're doing the majority of the things that we're doing. I think would probably be the way to say that. Holy shit. Why am I yawning so much? This is annoying. I hate this. All right. So 2.96 assemblers over here making all clad casings. Need a coffee redeem. I need a monster redeem, actually, is what I need. Don't forget you need uranium pellets for a nuclear weapon. You right. And Iffy, are we starting this game already? Is it time for this game? Thank you for the hydrate. Maniac. Did I turn off the last two? I didn't turn off. I did turn off the last two. Good job, Moon Man. Very well done. Okay. I can make canisters to start making turbo fuel a reality and start making... Actually, I was thinking you might use the hydrate for a coffee or a monster. That's fair. In the spirit, I will also then take a swig of monster. And welcome back from the ad break, everybody. And to a previous point, I am not a 1%, like a top 1% player in the slightest. I have passing knowledge of the game and like can play somewhat effectively sometimes, but like generally speaking, it's a lot of like miscued missteps and like mistakes. Would probably be the way to say it. What am I doing here? I need 40 copper ingots per minute. Wow. In this economy? In Bill Clinton's economy? Wow. That's expensive. Anyway, yeah, it's Elden Ring is one of those games that I like absolutely adore and love, but like also drives me batty at times. And like there's not really a solid in between. There's just kind of like this makes me irrationally, uncontrollably, viscerally angry. And also I feel like a god. And there's not really an in between that's super healthy. But playing it on stream would be fun, I think. I think I would have a good time with it. I think it would be pretty entertaining. Oh, dear. But it might be fun to do. It might be fun to revive the previous playthrough, which was the whole conceit of the last playthrough was like all remembrances but naked and afraid. So playing with only the starter like gear from the like only playing with the Uji Katana and the samurai starting class, but no armor. And so like light rolling constantly, which is a viable strategy. Just very fucking difficult as it turns out. Nicotine. Yeah. I have thoughts as to how to try and recover that, but like it was not going well last time. I think I had not even beaten Godric, or maybe I had beaten Godric, but I forget exactly where we were in that playthrough. Friend? Since you put down your skill level, let me ask you this. Ask me. Why am I doing this? This is silly. How many other people do you know have beaten Elden Ring one-handed? That's a fair point. Not many. Actually, none that I'm aware of, but I'm sure that they exist. Almost certainly they exist. It's just a matter of like, do they publicize it or publish it? And I'm willing to bet that the answer is no, that they don't. However, if he moves Japan, to your point, you are not wrong. It would be a notable and novel thing to see somebody play a game one-handed like I do. And you were not wrong about that. Top 1 game percenter accept your status. Okay. You're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Forgive me. By that metric, I've also beaten Satisfactory, so top 1% player there. Did I just grab copper ingots? What? No. Incorrect. You're gonna be making... Yeah, make with the happy. Thank you very much. Alrighty then, friends. Where to next? Where to continue next really is the question. Okay. Right. Making canisters requires iron and 3 assemblers, or if I just do it at 250%, then what is that? 1 assembler? 1.09. Honestly think people would like seeing it, assuming you want to be seen. Well, that's a fair point. I think I do, kinda. Was thinking about doing a let's play of I was thinking about doing like a let's play of oxygen not included actually. Which is 1.09, keep the change. Yeah, I mean honestly, kinda. No, but I was thinking about doing a let's play of oxygen not included just because of like how that had some traction on I upload VODs to YouTube because that just seemed like a prudent thing to do way back when I first started streaming back in April, which is a crazy sentence to say and like think about in this moment because like I realize it hasn't been all that long. And I uploaded a VOD of oxygen not included, and it had like the most traction of any of the things that I've uploaded there, including some of my way back in 2 months ago, including some of my like other like shorts, even like the clips that we have made on this stream, for example, have not had nearly as much traction as like that VOD. And so like my brain's like, well, there might be a demand there, so like why not give it an exploration and feel it out, see what is, you know, see what the pulse is there. And it's you know, it's been a thought, but a like challenge run a la Bushy style or like something like that where like the whole conceit is I'm gonna beat this game doing X thing, but I'm gonna do it with one hand, and then like stream summary basically would be kind of cool actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I got there. It took a minute, but I got there. All right. I'm gonna need a lot of canisters per minute. A whopping 163.2. Crazy, right? This needs to be at 9%. 9%. 9. Thank you. 163.2. This produces what? 150. So this needs to be at 27% then, or 30%? Question marks? That's 18. So that would be not so much, but if I'm producing 13.2 per minute, what is that number? Ah. Theoretically. 150 plus 13.2 equals 163.2. That is what I need. Theoretically. Splitter. Yeah. I'll have the iron come in from the same direction as well and do the same exact thing. And it will be glorious, Iffy. Glorious. Just like you. I'm struggling to find the right words for this. My language on the subject is not great. How do you mean? Your language for which? I guess like which part are you struggling with? And actually, what topic are we talking about? Sorry. ADHD is a thing, and it is kicking my butt today. If you're looking for traction, there's definitely an audience for watching people overcome popular, difficult games with accessibility challenges. I don't know. I don't know what the, like, audience desire level is super much. I think that there is definitely a story to be told of, like, this game is really hard, but I can make it harder. I'm gonna do it with one hand and then, like, do it. And, like, that could start as, like, a plain ass, just basic bitch run through of a game. And, like, that's a thought that I hadn't really, like, fully explored, to be honest with you, until, like, just about this moment. What? No. Meow. Okay. For a moment, I'm gonna do this so I have a point to reference. Baldur's Gate 3 can be easily played with just a mouse. Okay. And it brings awareness, advocacy, and inspiration to others who have similar accessibility challenges. That's true. And, like, I'm extraordinarily fortunate in a lot of ways. Like, I want to just, like, fully accept, acknowledge, and, like, accept and acknowledge that, like, I was born to a, like, I was born in a lot of ways in a much more significant advantage, like, advantageous spot than, like, a lot of people who, especially, like, kids who have accessibility challenges, because, like, not every kid can get access to an accessible controller or something like that. Like, it's not a thing that happens, because, like, this world does not, like, generally speaking, people who are different. And, like, a disability is a thing that makes you different. But, like, I am extraordinarily fortunate in that, like, my disability is something that can be masked pretty easily, from me at least, and, like, it is not noticeable. And also, like, I have the socioeconomic background of, like, my childhood too, which is definitely an advantage over some people. Like, I didn't grow up super rich or anything like that, but, like, I did grow up in a middle-class family, in a middle-class neighborhood, in a middle-class part of town in Houston, which is a notoriously, like, fairly city. I don't know how else to say that, but, like, I have advantage. And, like, the other thing to acknowledge here is that, like, my disability, while at times debilitating, is not something that is as affecting as some other people's might be. So, like, I want to be cognizant of and acknowledge my, like, my relative and kind of genuine advantage, which is a difficult thought to be with at times for me. But I think that there's definitely an audience for it, and I think there's a story to be told of, like, hey, I overcame this adversity and here's how. Memories of middle class existing. Everything changed in '01, I tell you. Like, the world lost a lot of innocence in 2001, I think. Thanks for the hug, Iffy. You are a sweetheart. A sweet tart, if you will. Meow. Let's see. Let's see. Where can we take this? Is this a silly idea, or is this a genuinely good idea? Can I run this through this chat? I can. What's a weird topic to bring up? Like talking about disability stuff? No, genuinely not for me. It might be off-putting to some, but, like, it is generally and kind of genuinely I mean, it's a part of my identity, and whether I want it to be or not, like it just kind of is. I am a gamer, but I am also like disabled, and like it doesn't make me any less human. Doesn't make me anything other than a person who games who is disabled, and that's okay. Soldiers who go to and from war and come back and like have PTSD or CPTSD or something like that, like are also gamers who have debilitating mental health challenges, or people who like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that last point, but like, yeah, I guess post-war vets, people who have a higher, have fun lurking, T. People who have a higher than average occupational hazard of like disabling conditions, firefighters, first responders, that kind of thing. Like they are still humans. We are all still humans. To be honest, I didn't realize you had a physical. That's fair. I'm not, I guess I'm not generally like a out and out like advertising it, but it is definitely a thing. And you have no need to apologize. You're fine. I don't make it like a huge broadcast thing. And Iffy, I'm sure that we can do that. We can absolutely talk disability stuff. Which one of these is input? Which one is output? Input. Okay. Okay. All right. That's true. I am definitely more than my disability. Like, I am absolutely more than my disability. And everybody who has a disabled, like, who is disabled is more than their disability. Like, the world over. Not just, like, the disabled person, you know, like, everybody who has a disability does not define them. Here's a fun fact that might cook your noodle a little bit, but did you know that you have an above average number of legs? You also have an above average number of eyes, ears, toes, fingers, nostrils, and arms and hands. I think I have to probably put in the words together. I just want to listen, because when/where I grew up, it was hugely negatively stigmatized, and it still is, even if it's slightly less so. Your phone noodle. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You're welcome. Enjoy that information. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Where I grew up, it was also incredibly negatively stigmatized, and like my parents tried, like, you know, for all their faults, and like there were definitely more than a few. They did the best they could, I think, or at least tried to. I want to hope that they tried to like not make people feel super fucking weird. 90% of the world are missing a brain. That, in this context, no, but in the connotation, I think you're saying yes. I agree. Critical thinking has gone the way of the dodo a little bit, unfortunately. Why is there no? Oh, I don't have sulfur. Right. I was saying something. I've lost my train of thought almost entirely. God damn it. No, where I grew up, like it was a pretty negative stigma to like talk about. We're talking about in the context of disability. Yeah, common sense ain't so common anymore, unfortunately. But my parents, you know, it was definitely a thing where it was stigmatized. People who people who had a disability. There was a bit of a stigma, like in and around where I grew up, and like it's still very much so. Like Texas, like even though the governor of Texas currently has a like he's wheelchair bound, he has a permanent physical disability. Like the state itself has some pretty obtuse feelings about disability unless it affects directly the people that are involved in the content, like in the conversation, or like somebody knows somebody who is disabled, like somebody of significance to somebody else. So like their partner or their child or their parent or whatever, like that's when it becomes a like a thing. And a disability must be hidden. Don't let the world know you have autism, ADHD, are queer, etc. Even if your parents accept you, it'll make others uncomfortable, and isn't that just rude of you? Is a thought that plays on my mind on repeat fairly frequently, and like it's still something I struggle with, honestly. Um, yeah, like I kind of have given up the ghost on like trying to hide my queerness, because like that to me is not more socially acceptable, but like is easier for people to parse than what a physical disability is, because everybody's disability is different. And like I don't think there's a human alive who has complete and full and total access to the world and like can say that they don't have something that that affects their ability to like get into the world. Not the words I believe, to be clear, but the thinking that got ingrained in me. Same iffy, same. And like it took a long time for me to deprogram them out altogether. And like my queerness, for example, is something that I'm incredibly proud of, and like I don't hide that, and I don't misrepresent myself as some like as some cis hetero person who is like my assigned gender at birth, 1 or 2, straight in really any tangible way. Like I am at the least a ADHD queer trans femme, like an ADHD queer trans femme. I should be clear. I also for sure did not have on my bingo card for this morning philosophy about disability and queerness. I'm not at all upset about it. I'm quite happy about it, actually. But I did not have it on my bingo card in the slightest. Okay. We're putting together stuff and things. I need sulfur out the wazoo. Is there any sulfur around these parts? A little bit. Oh Christ, it's way the hell up there though. I'm gonna need to grab that nitrogen anyway, so like I might as well, question marks, go grab it. Or I could do limestone. Not on your bingo card, whatever the frack iffy is going to say today. Yeah, that's not untrue. Not untrue, hon. But also I'm not, again, not at all upset about it. I'm quite happy to like hold space, talk about, and like experience these things. They're complicated topics, and like the fortunate thing, the part that I'm gonna celebrate and focus on right now is that like this is a conversation that's happening. Ooh, moon, what did you do? This is a conversation that's happening in a space where the conversation is meant to happen and is like had by people who have direct experience with. My moots on Blue Sky has cerebral palsy and plays games with one hand in his mouth, and it's been so wonderful and inspirational, and just honored to get to know him. Yeah. Um, I love that for you. I genuinely do. Um, Also we should get connected on Blue Sky, I'm realizing. And I should actually use Blue Sky. Um, that's beside the point. Um, da, 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 da. Where was I? Not for me, for them. No, I got you. I was doing a thing. I was gonna do a thing. I have forgotten what the thing was. Iffy, what was I doing? Help. Iffy, what was I doing? A thing. Okay. Thank you. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. I need to make 4 blenders for fuse modular frames, and then I need to go backwards to make 4 manufacturers for heavy modular frames. And I had fuel over here for such an adventure. This guy is great. It's all the social anxiety of Twitter, but without the Nazis in my DMs. That's a fair point. That's fair. Mm. Do I need sulfur for anything more than like making the encased uranium pellets? Whoa. You're making pasta for dinner and a 5 to 5 balancer. That's right. That smells right. I was gonna throw the pressure conversion key or the pasta in this building. I've been sitting in a parking lot outside of a pharmacy for 30 minutes just because I wanted to listen. That's Iffy, you're a darling. I adore you. Go get in the pharmacy. Go get your meds. I'll be here. I can hold the conversation. I can hold off on talking more disability stuff, or we can talk, like, generally speaking, we can talk about it. It's fine. But go get your meds, goofball. What are you? What is this? Oh, Moon works in mysterious ways. Why, baby girl? Why? Why did we do that? Daft fucking bimbo. Is this thing in excited platonic matter? It is. Why, Moon? You beautiful nut. Go get your meds, silly. I'm gonna make the I'm gonna put the Sam over here, I think. Back in the way back here. Because this is gonna be a 4-to-1 thing. No, take your time, honey. Please. Alright, how do I want to approach this particular problem? I don't rightly know, to be honest with you. But that seems as good a spot as any for a fuckload of constructors making reanimated Sam. Reanimated Sam. There. I'll just shave off the top part, probably. Although, Jesus God. Oh. Alright, no, that ain't gonna work. Why does that happen? That's so fucking strange. I don't understand why that blueprint does, or like why the blueprints do that, generally speaking. The follow-on thought is that I need 34 constructors doing this, and like, is it just a raw 34 and they make 2,500 reanimated SAM per minute? About a third of which goes to dark matter, and then the last little bit, or the other part of it, goes to making fixite ingots. All right, let's see. Does this work better, perhaps? Maybe. This might work better ultimately for what I need, because need a little time, yeah. Give me some time. I just need a little time, yeah. This might work better ultimately just because I have a need of having the ability to isolate 4 constructors on one on each side. 4 constructors per side per row. And this is only 32, and it would be easy to tack on 2 more. But I'm gonna need a lot of belts going to and from this thing. So this might be better, actually, ultimately. I'm going to have to update the belts, though, which is a pain in the ass. Just because of the volume of SAM. Which is not so bad, all things considered. The only downside, like the only major downside, is that some of the belts are facing the opposite direction. Like they're oppositional. So that might make for some interesting, like, arrangement of logistics, question mark? Is, I think, the way to say that. The way that I want to say that, at least. I have idea, catch all 1 to all lizard doggos and get nukes for free. Not gonna give it up, huh? Just gonna continue with this thought. I love you, sarcasm. You're a darling and a menace, and you just want me to irradiate the world, don't you? Paste, paste, paste. Paste, 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 paste. What are you eating? Paste, 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 paste. I stop the moment you blow something up with a nuke. So, like, never then, right? Paste. Paste. Whoa, paste. Holy cow, paste. 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 Do you ever notice that, like, we as a, I guess, English speaking culture stopped using the word glue, or we stopped using the word paste in context of, like, attaching or affixing something to something else? So, like, in arts and crafts in school, my teachers almost always said glue the thing to the paper or something like that. And I imagine that yours did too, because my experience of the world, it paints my perception. And it would be funny, I think, to, like, start bringing back pasting things. So instead of copy pasting things on, or like, if changing the language basically is what I'm trying to get at. Oh no, Moon, you daft fucking bimbo. Holy shit. Okay. Yep, we need to make a blueprint altogether. Anyway, but like instead of saying copy paste in the context of like computer shit, like we copy glue things now. All right, I've done something differently. The things slightly different. Oh shit. Okay, okay. I've just done a thing that I thought I could have done slightly differently, but I've already done and I can change it. I feel the fuck out of that, babe. By the way, my watch streak didn't go up. I don't understand what watch streaks are or how they work or why they do what they do. ... Not a whole lot. The thing our class said to not paste. I see. I still think it would be funny to like change the language and say instead of like copy pasting something in a document or whatever to like just randomly say in like a Teams meeting or something like that, you were copy gluing a thing to a document. I think that would be funny. It would make my brain very happy. Just to watch like people's collective like the hell. You're doing the Lord's work, Kit. Thank you for trying it. All right. Since we're all about verticality in this playthrough, let's go vertical, shall we? All right. Reanimated Sam. Reanimated Sam plus. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Excuse me. My goodness. Very eepy. Very many much eepy. I have a power line just on the edge of being too long. Is that the thing that you're talking about that you don't want to change? 1, 2, 3. That's the third row. Autosave, thank you for not fucking with me too hard. 1, 2, 3. No, that was in reference to how I did some, to some pipes. Yeah. Generally speaking, once I put pipes down, I don't want to move them. Like I will do everything in my power to not move them. Just because it is so much of a pain in the ass to deal with. Bruh. Thank you. All right, get rid of that. I don't want the floor there. But this is this is 16. This isn't 30. I was like, I'm gonna be so smart. The power pole on the edge of the foundation, and one slight nudge is in makes too long. One slight nudge in makes the line too long. That's kind of a bummer. Although, props for getting it so close. Take all. I have to figure out how to do this. I kind of genuinely struggle in here for a second. The most I could fit in here is 5. And I need it to have centralized input output. So if I do one there and then set the recipe here, set it to be that's this. 1, 2, 3. How much do they output per minute? It's 75. So that's 300. And if I do this on the opposite side, oppositionally, that should be 600 in total. That's also 8. And if I take a blueprint for Fixonium and put the grip floor in, but raise it, one, two, three. All right, and then put it like about there. That's that, and that should be plenty of space. And then from here, I have the same rough grid of footprint to work off of. And, alright, so that goes there. 4 layers of 8 should be 32, if my math is right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go up 3. Copy the blueprint. That goes there. That. That. Alright, so this is gonna be 30. This will be the last little bit, will be 32 here. And then, hello. Alright, so. Doink. Doink, doink, doink. And. Doink, doink. I really should have checked the spacing on these before I put them down, huh? I just realized. I feel very smart. That was perfect. Okay, good. Which direction in, which direction out? Cool. That one. That's. Alright. Was that on the... It was on the line, okay. Splitter... 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 This goes away... This goes away, that goes away, and that goes away. Holy Christ, why am I yawning so much? This is awful. Why did I take the floor away? That was also silly as hell. Given that I need the actual thing. Still. I actually need the reference point. Just needed one pump to get the oil high enough. Mark II pumps are incredible. They are super good. Oh, Night Sketch. I don't think you were around for this whenever this happened, but do you want to see something very crazy that I spent like 3 streams on. Like three separate 6-hour streams. Because it's genuinely crazy that I did this 1 and 2, that I like that it works at all. I shall show you. It is a sight. Do you see this monstrosity here? This is all water. All of it. Just water. Water for fixonium, for plutonium, for uranium. All extracted over here. And there is also this thing, which needs 3 separate lines of pumps to function. At least function properly. Because of the height differential. Because I wanted to make... That's just a bit of water. It's only 384 water extractors. It's a little bit of water. But I wanted to make a buffer tower, like a buffer water tower, that was like big enough to actually justify its being that, like, that used. I wanted to justify it, like, doing its thing more effectively. And, like, that was about the only way that I could think of to do that. Is rubber backed up? Finally? That means that circuit boards are probably fucked, huh? Well, they don't actually need to be moving because they are already backed up. So we got it's all good there. Thankfully. Yeah, this is all stopped. All right. All right. I'm going to come back and finish this, but for the moment, I need to take a short little break to go address my body and deal with my nonsense. So I'm going to go do that, but I'm going to leave the camera watching some trains going, moving and grooving. Because I do need to go step away for a moment, but I want to give y'all at least a visual of something going on here. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for as much as y'all have, gang. I appreciate it. I love trains too. I am also queer. But I hope y'all are having a good morning. I know I certainly am. We've been productive today. It's been great. Big shout out to T-Man for the raid earlier, and to everybody who followed as well. Y'all are absolute darlings, and I adore you. I will be back as soon as I can, but I'll see you back. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay. That was a lot more extended than I thought it would be. My apologies, loves. I am returned. Okay. Goodness gracious. That was that was too long. I'm sorry. But I return and we resume building the factory. In just a second here. Checking messages and things. All right, hold on one second. Need to do some investigative work real fast. Origami Angel is like someone sprinkled a little prog rock on seasoning into a bowl of Blink 182. It's so true. That's so accurate. And also, welcome back, Iffy. Okay. Callie is without cell service right now, and I'm trying to coordinate getting something from one side of town to the other for Andromeda, who is our mutual partner. And that's proving to be a little bit difficult since Callie doesn't have cell service. But prog seasoning first, forgetting that it might be interpreted differently. That's fair. No, I think that's a correct like interpretation, honestly. Oh wow. All right. Hopefully don't have to do a rescue mission, but that is a distinct possibility, I suppose. All right. Oh, object count. Big mad at me. No cell service. Did she reach 88 miles per hour and go back in time? Not that we're aware of. Mainly the difficulty is like actually coordinating getting things while Andromeda's actually working. So like I hope we can figure it out too. It looks like Andromeda has to go to her next like get back to work basically. And like I don't know what I don't know, you know? And like I mean, like, I don't know what I don't know, and like I can only do so much from here, really, and I also can only do so much with the very limited information that I have. So like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And when Callie gets back, it will be the cell phone will be taken care of. That will be less of an issue, theoretically. I right. Only so much you can do if you don't know what you don't know. Exactly. So you get it. That being said, it is stressful and scary to not have, like, to not be able to get in contact with her for like a variety of reasons, not the least of which is like if something were to happen, if something were to go like wrong or bad. Haha, just kidding, she got there. It is wild how we've come to depend on phones. It is pretty genuinely wild how much we like have grown to depend on them. I remember growing up printing off directions on MapQuest and like on Yahoo Maps and like Google Maps and like those days. I also remember getting like grilled by my stepfather as to why going somewhere took so long because I didn't print out the instructions. I didn't print out the directions. So like he got real crotchety and uppity about shit. Did I put this in the wrong spot? I sure did. Did I do that on the entire thing? I did not. Good. Good job, Min. You only got one part of it wrong. Anyway, she did make it. She is safe. Which is the part that I'm more and most concerned with is like, is she safe? Like, I don't really care how long it takes to get there. I'm gonna be stressed out and anxious regardless if I can't get in contact with her. So like, you know, the duration of the journey doesn't really change that fact. And like, even with a phone, I'm still gonna be stressed out and anxious because like, that's just how it goes for me. No, sir. She's one of my people, and I get stressed out whenever I can't get in contact with or talk to or make sure that my people are okay. And like, we're gonna fix it when she gets back. It's not a problem. Right. Yeah, it used to be that you'd only know that they were okay that they're okay once they got home 12 hours later. Absolutely true. But yay for being there safely. Absolutely. Oh no, his audio is starting to die on me. Why? Or is it just this kind of music just sounds particularly crunchy? Baby puppy needs to keep her people safe. If we don't know each other like that. I'm getting a bit crackly. No, rude. Okay, game. Okay, computer. The only thing that I've found that works for this is just straight up restarting my computer. And given that we've had the uptime that we have and the progress, it feels bad to restart in the middle of the stream. But I suppose it is as good a reason as any to pivot into, like, I don't know, Elden Ring or something. That could be fun. All right, I actually want to hear it. Hold on. Mike, monitor. It's hard to tell. Sounds like the popping of a faulty cable or connection. I've been suspicious of this USB-C cable that I use to connect my interface to my actual microphone and my computer for like a minute. And like, it's probably a faulty cable, realistically. I think it's an old USB-C cable. It's not the worst yet. Not the worst Yeti? I hope it's not the worst Yeti. Jesus. Anyways. I'm still inch the old plug and replug doesn't fix. I haven't tried it yet on this stream, but I have tried it in the past and it doesn't seem to do like much of a thing. It does a little bit, but like not a significant amount. Just like a little bit. Okay. Out of the jacket. Might be time for manual maintenance mode. Burns? Burns? Is that a Trailer Park Boys reference? Guns coming out. Iffy. Contain your lesbian. Contain your lesbianism, please. With the stretch too? Iffy. Fine. I'll stretch. Oh, Burns is old Simpsons. I don't know why I thought Trailer Park Boys at first. That's incorrect. Obviously. Let me lean over so you can see the guns, I guess. Pardon me just a second. It's 11:11. I gotta tell people to make a wish. What? Why are you slaying? What happened? Oh, I'm hearing the audio crackling on that now. It's like Okay. Maintenance time. Audio is gonna take a shit for a second, so bear with me. Okay. Do you hear me? Can you hear me now? I am heard. Okay. Can you hear either game audio or desktop audio? And the follow-up thought is, why do I not hear audio at all? Music is heard. I am heard. Okay, that's good. Why am I not hearing a damn thing is a question. That'd be why. Found it. Okay. Audio check. Am I still crackling? Am I still getting crackles on other audio sources? Is everything fucked or fucking love that news? That's great, glorious, beautiful, bodacious news. Excellent. Most even. Sounds better? Bet. Talk for 30 minutes straight to test it. Iffy, Muzapan, no. I do not consent. I will not. I will probably end up talking for 30 minutes straight. I know what you're after, Kit. I know you. Hmm. I see you. You are transparent to me. All right. It's fun to hear you talk. Okay. That's fine. I'll accept. I'll accept that. Swear to God, I'm like super tempted to just stop Satisfactory outright and just go play Elden Ring. It speaks Trinity. Do it. Go play Elden Ring? OMG, autocorrect. Why? Kids speak truth. Oh, autocorrect got you fucked up. Alright. And do you speak Trinity? Kit speaks in mind-bending riddles sometimes. As to whether it's Trinity, that's a whole other like philosophical religious conversation. But they do speak in mind-bending riddles. And it makes my gay little heart flutter, and it's glorious. Someday. Whoa, buddy, what? You gotta figure it out. I think I do a pretty good job. I'm a puzzle. Yeah, we all are, and you are especially. And you run out of rubber. Oh no! Eat that for you. That's awful. Is it time to up the production? Is a question. All right. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna call it for Satisfactory today. I'm having difficulty focusing, and I need to punch things. And it's not being sent to the storage system to the cloud. Oh, hate that for you. I'm sorry, babe. I'm gonna end and restart the stream really quickly. I just need to change the category in the title. But that's gonna be the end of the Satisfactory stream for today, and then we're gonna go into yeah, we're gonna go into Elden Ring a ling a ling a ling a ling Elden Ring a ding ding dong. Bear with me a moment. Where the Christ did I put it? Thank you. There the Christ I put it. All right. Yeah. Do it if you did in 1/10 the time. You've done 25 bosses so far? I can try. I can try to do it if you did in 1/10 of the time. Making a personal rule to only depot things in the storage system. That's a good rule. That's genuinely a pretty good rule. Yeah, let me update the category. Got through Stormvale Castle in 12 hours. 12 hours iffy. I don't know if I could do it in 1/10 of the time, because like 1/10 of 12 hours would be an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe I could do that. But you also did like what? 94.5. Hold on. Fall off the ladder in the 10th of the time. I actually don't know how to fall off a ladder with my controller, to be honest with you. All right, let me restart the stream. Give me 1 second. It'll roll pre-rolls again, so I don't actually know. Do I just want to update the category? Would that be the smart play? I should just update the category, right? More ad money, let's go. Okay. All right, bet. Yeah, stream going restart just in a second.